We flew another frontline patrol just a day after our visit to the enemy's airfield at Savy, but this time with just the towering clouds and the wind as our opponents. It gave me time to think about the events of the previous day. Many of us had just waited for a chance to take the fight into enemy territory. The pursuit of the enemy two-seater offered the perfect excuse to go over the lines and demonstrate that our control of the skies doesn't end above the trenches. But watching the distance to friendly territory increase behind you is terrifying. There is no friendly anti-aircraft fire to mark the location of enemy planes. Instead, you are being shot at by their guns, the puffs of flak visible for kilometers. And so you cast very worried glances in all directions, expecting a squadron of enemy planes behind every cloud. You become aware that below you is a great host of thousands upon thousands of soldiers who would like nothing more than to swat your audacious little plane out of the sky, and you, its pilot, with it. But most of all, you begin to worry that your engine might suddenly break, as they are prone to do. If that happens, the war is over for you. If you will survive depends entirely on how your landing and the subsequent meeting with the enemy soldiers will go. I wonder if the enemy pilots feel the same when they fly across the lines, or if this is just another thing that you simply get used to with time. In the past weeks we have helped to prove that the concept of dedicated Fokker squadrons works, and it is being expanded to other areas along the front. We have now received confirmation that our unit will be broken up, and we will be dispersed to some of the new squadrons that are being formed, so that they might benefit from our experience. I wonder where they will send me. Hello there, and welcome to a new episode of our amazing Wings Over Flanders Fields campaign, where we are playing as the German pilot Felix von Berg, still flying the Fokker E1 single-seat fighter for FFA 62 in Douai in Flanders. It is now the 14th of February 1916, and after a week of bad weather, it has finally cleared up so that we can take off. There will still be partial scattered clouds. Actually, I expect there will still be a lot of clouds. But yeah, for a week we have been grounded due to really bad weather. I mean, you can see it here in my logbook. I have flown a mission on the 7th of February, but nothing happened on that mission, so yeah, it was not worth an episode. But let's see what's going to happen today. Looks like everybody's going up. What have they planned for us? What will it be? Meine Herren, our mission is patrol friendly front lines. Be on the lookout for enemy aircraft. Our destination is the friendly front sector FF316, 19 miles away. We will fly at an altitude of only 1,800 meters. That's quite low. We must patrol the area for at least 23 minutes. Our patrol distance along the front sector is 8 miles. Where are we going? Ooh, okay. We are going south. We are going far south. So first of all, we are flying to our circle up waypoint, which is here. From there, we are flying to waypoint 1 near Vimy. And then we are flying past Arras to the frontline sector, from where we will patrol back and forth between the frontline sector and waypoint 2 for 23 minutes before returning to Douai. With this being 8 miles and 23 minutes should be enough to go maybe down south, back north, and maybe south once more. And then we will return to Douai. But this area, well, first of all, we will be going parallel to the front lines for a very long time. We will be passing near Arras, which is quite well defended with anti-aircraft guns, and also in the vicinity of Savy and the Newport 11s that are waiting there. Will they come to challenge us today? I really hope not. But the area where we are going is certainly of interest to our enemies, and I would not be surprised to see them out there. And to top it all off, we are flying low. Oh well, relatively low. 1,800 meters. This is gonna be an interesting mission. Let's check the weather. Partial or scattered cloud cover. Gentle breeze, west-southwest, 11 knots. Okay, let's go to the field. Welcome to the field. Wait. Okay, we are starting the engines. But I apparently failed to notice that it's only us three going. Wait, who am I going with? Bölke and Immelmann. Well, at least we have some really good pilots with us, but now I'm really concerned. I was a little bit uneasy because of the area where we are going, because of our patrol route, but now I'm really concerned. We are going into a dangerous area at medium altitude, and it's only us three. This is not good. Oh man, please don't let me die before the transfer can go through. It might be easy for you as a viewer of this campaign to forget the little fact that this is a dead is dead campaign. There are no save games. If I die, that's it. The campaign is over. So I'm really doing my very best to stay alive, and honestly, I have stayed alive for far longer than I had expected. The campaign is not called The Short Life of Felix without a reason. I didn't think we would make it past 10 episodes. I thought this campaign would have less than 10 episodes. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised that we made it to us flying the Fokker. I thought that the Aviatik would be basically a death trap, but now that I'm flying the Fokker, at least the E1 here, I'm not so sure about that anymore. The Aviatik wasn't bad at all. It was a really good plane, and we were lucky enough to have a really good observer with Otto. But now we are flying this thing. We're flying this thing. We have a transfer request pending, and that transfer request did not go through yet. I expect the results of that basically after every mission, but so far it has not been resolved yet. And yeah, I really do hope that we stay alive during today's mission, so that maybe then the transfer request gets resolved. But this is going to be a dangerous one. A very dangerous one. Well, we'll fly it either way, there is no avoiding it. So we are just going to do our duty here, and that's it. I'll follow these two guys to the circle up waypoint. We'll climb to the measly altitude of, I don't know, what was it, 1,200 meters before we turn towards waypoint 1. And then we are going to continue close to the front lines. Welcome back. Oh man, I'm telling you, it's a bumpy ride today. The wind doesn't appear to be strong, but there's a lot of turbulence, a lot of sudden gusts of wind that are really rocking our little aircraft here, and everybody else for that matter. So there's that. We are almost at waypoint 1, I think, because I can see down there the battlefield and oh yeah, we're actually turning right now. So that means we're at waypoint 1, which is near Vimy, and from here on we will now be flying parallel to the front line past Arras. This is gonna be really dangerous, but we'll make it work. For now we are climbing a little bit more. It looks like, well, although we are only flying at an altitude of 1800 meters, it's actually enough to bring us above the cloud layer. So that's good. We will have good visibility as far as anything is concerned that is above the clouds. Things that are below the clouds, that I'm not sure about. I don't know how many gaps in the clouds there will be in the area where we are supposed to patrol. But I'm sure that if there are enemies out there in our area where we are patrolling, I'm sure that we'll see them. At least I hope that we'll see them before they see us. So for now, we are going to continue south, and I am really sure that in just a few minutes, when we are coming close to Arras, we will be greeted by some really nice anti-aircraft fire. Even though there are clouds, there are gaps in them, and the enemy anti-aircraft gunners, they are going to exploit those gaps. Oh, of that I'm sure. There's going to be a lot of shooting at us. I just hope we don't run into a group of enemy Newport 11s. If that happens, we will have a very difficult time today. No reinforcements. Nobody to help us out this time. We have fought them in that area down south once before. You remember? Just a few episodes ago. And it was a close call that we had. But we were saved by Cat Heinz arriving just in the nick of time. And that's not gonna be the case today. It's just us three. And, well, maybe there are more German squadrons in the air. But we might have to do it on our own today. Okay. I'm going to continue. It's gonna be some time until we arrive in our patrol area. And I'll bring you back once we do. Or if suddenly something appears. Welcome back. Something's happening. We are just being... Whoa, that's an aggressive dive. Okay, something seems to be down there. That is warranting a pretty aggressive maneuver by Bölke. Jesus Christ. That's really steep. I better kick over my rudder. Use it as an air brake, basically. Yeah, let's not fuck up the plane. Where's everybody? Oh, what's that? That's not friendly. Let's go for it. Yeah, I'm carrying a lot of speed right now. Not sure what kind of plane that is yet. And the wind is making it really hard to aim. Nothing on my tail. Getting close. He's trying to run, but I'm going to open fire now. Hits all over his aircraft. Did he not see me? Wait, is that an 11? I think it's an 11. Did I just kill an 11? No, he faked it. was trying to fake it. Stay above him. It's hard enough to keep energy against these guys, so when I have it, I need to conserve it if possible. Oh, come on. Come on. A few more hits, I think. Yeah, now he's climbing away. Now his better engine is making itself felt. He's shooting. I hope it's a Fokker shooting at him. I really do. Wow, look how... Damn, this thing can climb so goddamn well. Where'd it go? There. Turn around. Try to stay on him and look for the others, who I somehow managed to lose. We are flying westwards right now. Not the direction I necessarily want to go in. I hear an engine. Sounds like a Fokker engine. Must be maybe below my wing here. Behind me, Fokker. And he has somebody on his tail. He needs help. Come on, line him up. Damn wind. Some hits. Okay. Let's fight him together then. Oh. Does he want me now? Damn, he can build up energy so fast. But I have a feeling we are not exactly fighting aces here. These guys are flying good planes, but I have a feeling they don't quite know how to make the best of it. And he's once again going after the Fokker. No. Turning around again, but look how he's once again above me. It's... Ah, damn it. These machines are so incredibly much better and faster than mine is. Fokker flying away for now. Towards the east. I will follow soon. It's a nice little scrap that we got ourselves into, and I'm not going to follow these guys into enemy territory. I'm just going to make sure that he's going home and not immediately getting on my tail once I turn around. Okay, I'm going to turn away now. I'm not catching that thing. That's out of the question. What's he doing? He's flying away. Man, we are so outclassed by these things. Thankfully it was just two of them. And now I need to find the others again. Sporadic artillery fire down there. Yeah, we are basically directly over the lines. I wouldn't want to go any lower than this. Otherwise I risk rifle fire and machine gun fire from the ground. So I'm just flying back into our territory, looking for my two friends. If I can't find them, that's a good question. What do I do then? Do I continue the patrol on my own? Or do I fly home, hoping that they are on their way home too? It's a good question. That's a really good question. No French planes on my tail. But did you see that Newport 11 climb? Such a great plane. The faster engine certainly seems to be helping there. Okay. Now that I'm past this cloud, I'm trying to spot my two friends. No luck so far. No luck so far, I can't see them anywhere. How much fuel do I have remaining? Plenty. I can afford to stay in the air for longer than this. I'm just afraid of what might happen if those two Newports... Wait, there is... That's a balloon there. I can see it through a gap in the clouds. But where did they go? I'm afraid that if I continue the patrol on my own, I might run into more Newports. At the same time, we kinda have our orders. I still have plenty of ammunition, plenty of fuel, and maybe my two guys continued the patrol as well. So I might run into them if I resume the patrol. If I fly south to Bapaume. Maybe a compromise is in order. I could keep a little bit clear of the front line. Like, for example, stay a little bit away from it, like this here. Fly south. Pass by Bapaume. Keep it on my left. And then turn around. So basically just go to Bapaume and then fly back. We have a balloon there. Which balloon might that be? Might be the balloon... Well, it's either the balloon near Mercatel or the one near Pontville. Do I see the ruins of Arras over there? That must be Arras right there. Above my wing. Below the cloud. So if that is Arras, and Arras is pretty much to my northwest, and if we form a line, and I see that balloon behind me, then that balloon must indeed be the one near, on the line, almost on the line Douai Arras, near Mercatel. And that should mean that I am basically there, so towards my southeast should be another balloon. I'm not seeing that one right now, but I can't rely on balloons because those Newports, there was a reason that they were flying so low. I can imagine that they maybe went after one of our observation balloons, maybe just the balloon that I'm looking for right now, the one near Pontville. It's possible. So I won't have any luck in finding that balloon. Balloons are unreliable landmarks. They can too easily be removed. I imagine if Bölke and Immelmann were following the patrol route, I would have spotted them by now. But nothing. they must have turned around. Oh, there's actually a balloon, I think, right behind me. Yeah, balloon right behind me there. That might be the Pontville balloon. It's possible. And that would mean that Bapaume is probably below these clouds right there. That amalgamation of ruined buildings, those must be the ruins of Arras. I'm counting on that. And they are to my northwest. Okay, I'm not exactly sure where I am. I know that I'm more or less somewhere in between Arras and Bapaume. And that's about it. The clouds are making navigation pretty difficult. I'm just going to follow... I'm flying west right now. I was about to say I'm just going to follow the front towards the south. Until I find Bapaume. And then I'm going to turn around and head back for Douai, because by that point I'll probably need to do that due to fuel. Finding Douai won't be easy. That won't be easy either. But I'm sure we'll manage somehow. So for now, I'm going to continue this flight. And we'll resume this if something should happen along the way. Maybe I'll find those two. Or maybe somebody else. Welcome back. I think I found Bapaume. It's down there. I think that's it. So I'm pretty much where I want to be to finish this patrol. There is an enemy frontline airfield just over on the other side of the lines. Do I have Bapaume on my east? Ah, pretty much, almost. Well, I doubt I'll be able to see that enemy frontline airfield due to the clouds. And so far, I didn't see or meet anything else on my flight here. But by now, I would actually really like to turn back and return home to Douai. Due to me using up my fuel reserves, and I might need some reserves for navigation if I can't find Douai immediately. If I have to search for it, then it would be really nice to have some reserves. But okay, we are turning around. There's Bapaume right there, below the clouds. It is therefore just almost to our east. Okay, I'll continue for another kilometer. And that will be enough. We will be able to say that we have completed our patrol. Maybe not for its full duration, but we were a little bit distracted along the way. Ah, there's a balloon down there. So, which balloon might that be? Should be one of those balloons south of Bapaume. Don't know which one. We can see the Somme over there. The Somme River. That's a good anti-aircraft fire in front of me. There's a plane. Biplane. It's only one. Let me head deeper into my own territory while observing this thing. Is that a German plane or an enemy plane? I can't tell. It's a little bit too far away to make that observation. Let me continue for a little bit longer. Does it look a bit unusual? But that, honestly, that looks like enemy anti-aircraft fire. But what kind of plane is that then? It doesn't quite look like an aviatic. I have a bad angle on it, but I don't know. The anti-aircraft fire suggests that it is a German one. But I'm just not sure. It doesn't quite have the look of an aviatic. I'm really uncertain what that might be, or maybe it's an enemy plane after all. But the puffs of anti-aircraft fire, they don't appear to be black enough to make this German anti-aircraft fire. Whatever it is heading away from me. It's also a little bit higher than I am. I still have a little bit of extra fuel to investigate. But if I follow, then I am getting into enemy territory, which is something I do not want right now. It's turning around though. Maybe an aviatic after all. No, it doesn't look like an aviatic. Let me climb harder. My Fokker doesn't like to be slow. I just want to take a look at this, confirm what I'm seeing. And keep stable aircraft. No, my Fokker really doesn't want to keep stable in this weather. That's not an aviatic. Or is it? Doesn't look like one. No, that's an enemy plane. Might be a two-seater. A British one, maybe? Let's go and say hi. What are you? Oh, come on. Oh, come on, Fokker. It's a push-high configuration. Must be British. Yeah, we'll go and say hi briefly. I'm not going to follow it further into enemy territory. We are just going to make one pass on him. Maybe from afar. I don't quite know how good the field of fire for his gunner is. I also have to be mindful of any other potential enemies. The flak is now picking up and it is targeting me, I think. Wow, that thing is fast. I'm diving and he's getting away from me. Okay, I'll take a long-range burst. no hope this will do anything. Yeah, I'm turning away. I'm not following him down into his anti-aircraft batteries. Sounds like a horrible idea, so let's not do that. Let's instead fly away. So today we might have for the first time spotted a British airplane now. Against the background of the ground, well, down there we can see that it is definitely German anti-aircraft fire shooting at him. Much darker than what is shooting at me here. Lucky guy. Okay, where am I? I'm quite near the sun. That's not good. But I should have enough fuel to make it home. If not, I'll just land in a field somewhere. There are also other airfields on the way, so there's that. Jeez. Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't follow him any lower than this. He's still over there. But that thing was fast. That thing was really, really fast. Great, now I'm scared of the British planes too. Damn it. As if those Newport 11s weren't bad enough. That thing was really fast in the dive. That was impressive. I couldn't catch it. But yeah, we are getting out of here. We are flying back to Douai. And that's gonna be a while. So I think at this point I will pause the video. And I'll try to find my way home. And hope that I have enough fuel left when I get there. Welcome back. My little attempt to go after that enemy two-seater might have consequences. Because, well, as you can see on my fuel meter here, the needle is steadily approaching 0. And I'm still looking for my airfield. I think I know where I am. I've dropped down below the clouds to pick up some speed and to make it easier for myself to find my airfield. This village that we see here, I think it might be Vitry, maybe, because back there was a balloon that I passed that I think was the balloon south of Vitry. So if this is indeed Vitry, then we should turn north and should then be heading pretty much for Douai. But I'm not sure that I'll make it in time before my fuel runs out completely. I see Douai. There it is. Airfield right in front. Nice. Okay. Still, it's going to be a close call. A very close call. I'm not going to drop any more height right now. I might need the height to glide in. So I'm just gonna stay at this altitude. And hope that we can get back on fumes. But as I said earlier, the wind today is making things a little bit difficult. It also earlier in the fight it made aiming really difficult. Some of you are reminding me in the comments, you have to aim for the engine or for the pilot. Yeah, trust me, I'm trying. But sometimes it's really difficult to bring the crosshair on target, because the plane it just wants to fall out of the sky. Then there's the wind shaking you, It's really difficult sometimes. Trust me. Okay, the airfield is down there. Which way is the wind blowing? Can't see the windsock yet. But we are gonna be above the airfield very, very soon. Well, I dread making an engine off landing in this wind. I mean, look at this. I'm not doing this. This is the wind. The turbulence is shaking the aircraft so much. I'm just trying to keep it steady. Which is certainly not easy. Oh, there it goes. We're out of fuel. Well, it's a good thing we are this close. Where's the windsock pointing to? I don't see it. Everything is shaking too damn much. I'll wait until the engine stops. It's still running on its last fumes. No, that's it now. Okay. Once this rotation stops, the plane will have calmed down quite a bit and we can think about our landing approach. Okay, shaking has stopped. Windsock. I seem to be having the wind coming at me from my rear. So to fly into the wind we have to pass the airfield and then turn back around. We can do that. We can do that. Just trying to keep it more or less steady. To not lose height too quickly. At this point we are a glider. And we have one attempt to glide it in. Just one. Okay, tents are down there below us. Yeah, let's... Oh, I need to put the nose down. It doesn't like the turn into the wind at all. Okay, hard rudder. Kicking the rudder hard. We need to shed height and speed here. And my rudder is basically an air brake right now. Coming in, flaring off. I'm going to overshoot. And straighten it out. And... What? There we go. Wants to float. Yeah, we are going to overshoot a little bit, but that's fine. We are still near enough. This counts as a pretty good landing in my book. Oh boy. Oh, look at that! Look who arrived before me. Yeah, they must have flown back to Douai immediately after the fight. And I just barely made it home. Oh my god. So good to know. The needle doesn't go straight to 0. It stops a little bit before that. Oh my. What a mission. Okay, let's go to the debrief. Oh my. I'm happy to be alive. Still. Somehow. I really am. 42 rounds fired, 12 rounds hit, 29% accuracy. That's actually pretty good. Total flying time 74 minutes. Your transfer request has been approved. Haha. Okay, so that's it. We are leaving FFA 62. We are saying goodbye. We did manage to shoot down some enemy craft. I'm not going to claim anything. Because I did not see anything go down that I shot at. At the same time, I am the only one who scored any hits, according to this. But I can't know that. Immelmann was a little bit damaged, but both made it back okay. Do I claim this? I know what's going to happen. I'm going to look in the review and I'm going to see that it was me who brought down the enemy aircraft. But none of us saw it go down. And it was just on the line, so no anti-aircraft gunners of ours have seen it go down either. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to claim it. I'm going to be honorable. Let's hit done. My Fokker E1 is no longer my Fokker E1. I'm getting a new plane. What is it going to be? Neuer Flugapparat. Unteroffizier Felix vom Berg, welcome to your new home. You have been allocated a machine that might be quite different to what you were used to, so be sure to familiarize yourself with the machine before you take to the skies. It's a Fokker E2. Finally, a better engine. We'll have a look at it in more detail in a few moments, I think. And we are now part of Kampfeinsitzerkommando Jametz, or in short, KEK Jametz. Kampfeinsitzerkommando is, well, how do I translate it? It's Single Seat Fighter Command. Single Seat Fighter Command Jametz. Jametz being the place where we are based. It is now the 16th of February 1916, so 2 days later. The enemy must be as tired as we are with this never-ending mayhem, but we must continue. The following members have been awarded victories. Vizefeldwebel Rudolf Ritter. He has also been awarded a medal, an Iron Cross 2nd class. Currently the ground war on the front is fairly quiet. Apart from minor barrages, we are currently maintaining a steady number of sorties. Viel Glück. And there we go. I have a new plane. We'll go back to the main menu for a little moment to get the news articles. Not sure why. Maybe there wasn't any new news. But first of all, our new plane, the Fokker E2. Maximum speed 87 miles per hour at sea level. Maximum ceiling 11,500 feet with a range of 160 miles. Driven by a 100 horsepower Oberursel U1 rotary engine. Armed with a 7.92mm Spandau machine gun. The main improvements for the E2 were the fitting of a better 100 horsepower engine and a smaller wingspan, which actually made it more difficult to fly and provided little else. Oh boy. As the E1, it proved formidable as it was fitted with the newly developed Fokker synchronizer gear, an idea based on Roland Garros' captured moraine fitted with deflector plates. This allowed the Spandau machine gun, fitted to fire through the spinning propeller. I read that wrong. This allowed the Spandau machine gun fitted to fire through the spinning propeller. At the time, this was devastating to the slow, poorly armed and unarmed Entente Reconnaissance two-seaters. Thus began what is known as the Fokker Scourge of 1915, as rumors spread of the terrifying new enemy fighter. This single wingspan used wing warping to achieve roll movement, and no vertical fin meant it was tricky to fly. The machine's primary role was that of a fighter, but it was also used in an escort role, giving protection to two-seater and single-seater machines. So our aircraft will be faster, but more difficult to fly. The smaller wings, I imagine, will make it even less stable than the E1. So this is going to be an interesting experience. And don't mistake me here, this aircraft, although better than our Fokker E1, is at this point in the war still an outdated aircraft. Even the E2 is outdated. The new Port 11 is much better than this thing. But we will be slightly less disadvantaged than we were before. So let me go back to the main menu and go back into the campaign so that we can take a look at the news. I've flown 40 missions. Okay, we have to take away 5 missions that I've flown in Germany. So we have flown 35 frontline missions. That's so much more than I expected. Okay, in many of those missions I've not seen a single enemy, because I have the encounter set to realistic. But still, that's quite an achievement. My total flying time is 46.62 hours. We have to reduce that by 8 hours that I spent flying in Germany. So on the front line we have flown for 38 hours. You have been serving your country exceedingly well, and you have completed over 25 of your operations with diligence and determination and huge loads of luck. In addition, you have survived more than the average 17 hours of expected combat flying time. Keep a sharp lookout. Currently, ground activity is quite low in our sector, and battle action is also relatively quiet on the local front. We must keep the enemy in check. For the moment, we are simply surviving day to day. The date is 16 February 1916, and there seems to be no sign of the war letting up in the immediate future. This winter of 1916 sees us based at the field of Yametz in Verdun. Our airfield has sustained damage and is currently undergoing repairs. The nearest front lines are approximately 11 miles away. Okay. Newspaper. Yes, there was something. So what have I read to you? I've read this one to you, with the Newport 16 to be deployed. Well, great, as if having the Newport 11 as an enemy isn't enough. No, I have not read this to you. I don't think so. Did I? Wait, did I show you the mission that I've flown on the 7th of February or not? Now I'm not sure. Well, I'm going to read it to you really quick. If I've read it to you already, I apologize. Air attack sinks ship. Aircraft from the Imperial Russian Navy Black Sea Fleet's seaplane carriers Imperator Nikolai I and Imperator Alexander I have sunk the Ottoman bulk coal carrier Irmingard of 4,211 tons. The destruction of a large ship by aircraft alone is remarkable and seems to be a harbinger of things to come in naval warfare. Yeah, that was certainly true. No, I have shown you this. We have speculated about the British aircraft, haven't we? Anyway, Major Leno Hawker's 24th Squadron arrived yesterday in France along with their new DH-2 pushers. This is the RFC's first single-seat fighter squadron. British airmen are desperate for any measures to combat the German Eindeckers that are downing so many of their reconnaissance aircraft, and, once active, Major Hawker's new unit will provide at least a small measure of much-needed defense over the front lines. Newport 16 to be deployed. An improved version of the Bebe is reported to be ready for deployment. The Newport 16 uses a strengthened Newport 11 airframe and is powered by a 110 horsepower Leron 9J rotary engine. This gives a significant power boost over the Bebe's 80 horsepower engine, but the larger engine adds weight in the nose. Visible differences included a larger aperture in front of the horseshoe cowling and a headrest for the pilot. Oh, that's great. Even better Newports, or well, at least faster Newports. Air-to-ground communication on the 12th of February. A new first, a recorded air-to-ground telephone communication was achieved by Major C.E. Prince somewhere in France using a wireless telephone Mark I during a demonstration put on for Lord Kitchener. 14th of February. Action at Ypres. The Ypres front, stagnant since the Second Battle of Ypres last spring, was the scene of a German assault today. The target of the attack was a strategic mound of soil known as the Bluff, piled up from the past excavations of the adjacent Ypres-Comines Canal, which has given the British an unusual observation advantage over the enemy. In attacking today, German tunnelers blew 3 small mines, burying a platoon of fusiliers sheltering in an old tunnel, and shortly afterwards, German infantry attacked and captured the frontline trenches. The all-important Bluff position has been lost by the British, and the Ypres salient will now be very difficult for the British to hold. And that's that. So, where are we now? You can see here on the map that we are somewhere very much away from Flanders. We are, well, let me show you actually on the Intel Room map. There we can see it better. This is where we are now based. The airfield at Yamet, just north of Verdun, near the Meuse River. I have my reasons for transferring to this unit, that's all I'm gonna say. I mean, if you know history, you know what's coming. But we are going to be a part of it. Intel for this region. Lagebericht, 16th of February 1916. Apart from local skirmishes, night ops and gun barrages from time to time, it is all quiet on the Western Front. However, be on constant alert and never fly low over the front. Avoid enemy ground units at all costs. From the Department of Intelligence. We are in a new squadron, and I think, let me just check this real quick in the Intel Room. If we go to ACES, current squadron, yeah. My new squadron is, at least for the moment, bereft of any historical aces. That means that every single pilot inside the squadron can die. Can be shot down. And probably none of them are as good as Bölke and Immelmann. Many of them, well, half of them are flying an E3. The other half, including me, is flying the E2. But at least we don't have any E1s. It's just E2s and E3s. And it looks like we'll be getting some more bad weather here. Yeah, looks like we are not flying. We are not flying on the 16th of February. I'll have a look at that. I'll think about it. Yeah, I'll think about it. So, and also, you know what, we are going to skip a day anyway, because we have flown our last mission on the 14th, yes. And it's now 2 days later. Is 2 days enough to get from Flanders to down here and to meet our new unit? I don't quite think so. So we are going to skip at least a day. All flights cancelled, heavy snowfalls. New day, 17th of February. Rudolf Fritz has been given a 48-hour pass. Oberleutnant Martin von Sever-Riedhoff has been awarded a victory and has received an Iron Cross First Class. And we have some more news. French expand bombing action. With large numbers of Quadron G4 aircraft now in the hands of bomber squadrons, the French are carrying out ambitious bombing attacks deep behind German lines. Rumors of bombing raids as far east as the German Rhineland have been circulating. The French appear to have enough aircraft to carry out this work, as well as maintain observation flights, in the face of the ongoing Fokker menace. There is a cost, as French losses are steady and rising, as German pilots increasingly exploit the poor rearward defenses of the Quadron workhorse. We have exploited it once as well. More bad weather. It might be possible to fly in the afternoon on the 17th, but there's no offensive currently going on. So there goes another day with heavy snowfall. Another day. And no news today. I can also request leave. I'm not going to do that right now. Right now I need to familiarize myself with my new aircraft and with the area around me, so I might do a solo flight. Solo flight is basically I can do whatever I want. Free flight, but it's going to be just me. So I can take a look at the area around the airfield and learn the landmarks and everything. But I'll do that off camera. For now, this has been an exciting episode today, and we are now no longer part of FFA 62. I will go into more details for the reasons why I changed squadrons, and also we'll take a look at the members of the squadron next time. For now, I want to thank you very much for watching today's episode. I do hope that you have enjoyed it and that you are looking forward to more. Until then, have some really great days and goodbye.